What is WellFinder? This is an interactive mapping application which displays the location of oil and gas wells, related facilities, oil and gas fields, and notices and permits, amongst other information, within California. This video is meant to give you a brief introduction to the WellFinder tool. We'll show you some of the most important tools, and we'll also show you where you can find additional information and help with using WellFinder. Let's start by looking at the 4 blue buttons at the top of your screen. They are titled Home, Tooltips, How To, and Info. I'll click on the Info button. Here, we can see a description of what WellFinder is. We can also see tips on finding help with WellFinder. And below that, there is information on how to contact CalGEM. Clicking the Home button will return us to the home screen, where we began. Next, we'll click on Tooltips. Here, we can see a list of the tool names and functions, as well as the icons which represent them on the home screen. For example, the icon of a magnifying glass indicates the search tool, and the icon of a ruler indicates the measure tool. Visit the tool tips to get a brief description of what each one of these tools does and to recognize its icon. Scrolling down provides additional information. Here we see an image of the home screen with each of the tools and their icons labeled. Below that is a guide to viewing data in the Map Layers panel and in the Attribute table, as well as descriptions of what each one of those buttons does. The last navigation button is titled How To. This page is where you found the application overview video that you are watching right now. And below that link, there are also video tutorials and slide-based tutorials for each one of the individual tools that makes up WellFinder. Click on any one of these links to learn more about how to use that tool. You can also scroll down farther on this page and view tutorials which are presented on the page itself. When done, scroll back to the top and click the Home button to return to the home screen. In the top left of the map area are 5 tools indicated with blue icons. The search tool is expanded by default. It allows you to enter search terms into the text box, and WellFinder will then use those terms to search the map layers for the data you are interested in. Below that is the Query tool. This tool allows you to find data by entering more complex query expressions or by spatial proximity. The Filter tool limits the visibility of features based on the expression criteria you enter. The Select tool selects data on the map by drawing a rectangle around features. The Measure tool allows you to measure distances, perimeters, and areas on the map. In the top right of the screen are 6 more tools indicated with yellow icons. These include the Share tool. This allows you to share links to the WellFinder application using different methods. The Add Data tool allows you to import external data and to overlay it on the WellFinder map. The Print tool allows you to export your map in a digital format and to save it as a PDF on your local device. The Base Map gallery allows you to change the base map on which data is overlain. The legend provides information on active and visible map layers. In this case, only one map layer is visible, CalGEM districts, and so it is the only item which appears in the legend. When other layers are made visible, the legend will automatically update. The final tool in the top right is the Map Layers tool. The Map Layers tool controls which map layers are visible and which remain hidden. Map layers which have been selected, like the CalGEM district layer in this example, appear on the map. Layers which have been selected yet which are not visible, like the well layer or the CalGEM oil and gas field layer in this example, can be viewed if you zoom in sufficiently close. It is possible to add additional map layers to the map by clicking the checkbox to the left of the layer title. I will demonstrate by adding the facility layer to this map. This adds facilities to the map. Clicking the arrow to the left of the checkbox will reveal if this layer is made up of multiple sublayers or not. In this example, we can see 4 sublayers, titled Facility Tank and Vessel, Facility Sump, Facility Setting, and Facility Boundary. These sublayers can be selected or deselected individually. I will deselect Facility Tank and Vessel and Facility Sump as an example. Note that this removes them from the map. It is possible to view the overflow menu for a layer by clicking the 3 dots to the right of the layer title. Here we can see options to zoom to the layer, adjust the transparency, view details, and adjust the visibility range. Adjusting this slider controls how far in we must zoom before this map layer will be displayed. I'll slide it to the right. We now must zoom in farther before facilities will be displayed on the map. I'll move the slider back to the left to return it to its default value. And now we can see facilities are once again displayed on the map. When done adjusting the visibility range, close the box by clicking the X in the top right. You may also notice that there are 3 dots to the right of the sublayer names. This provides additional options. These additional options include viewing details, disabling pop-ups, adjusting the visibility range of a sublayer, setting a filter, adding the layer to the table, and exporting the layer. Adding the layer to the table will add this layer to the attribute table. The attribute table can be accessed by clicking the blue bar with the white arrow at the bottom of your screen. We can see here the layer which I added to the attribute table, titled Facility Tank and Vessel. When done viewing information in the attribute table, you can hide it again by clicking the blue bar with the white arrow. The sublayer overflow menu also lets you set a filter. Let's take a look at that. To begin, click Add to add a clause to your filter. The clause includes 2 drop-down menus. The drop-down menu on the left allows you to select which attribute you would like to filter by. I will choose District. The second drop-down menu lets you decide how you will apply your filter. I want to search for districts which match the search term I will enter in the box. I can now apply my filter of District is Central by clicking the toggle button in the top right of this box. This will limit the visibility of this layer so that only facilities that lie within the central district are displayed. And now we can see facilities within the northern district and the southern district have been hidden. When done using a filter, you can turn the toggle button off again again, and can delete the clause by clicking the X in the top right, and closing the tool by clicking the X in the top right of the filter dialog box. If you have trouble using WellFinder, recall that each one of the WellFinder tools has a detailed video tutorial and slide tutorial available under the How To button. When used properly, WellFinder can be a powerful resource.